buckle.
That's cool.
Looks like you definitely got something else in there. You're gonna keep it?
What year do you think that's from?
I think that's from a, probably from a horse, you know.
Oh, yeah.
that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
you know.
Let me see it. 1800s.
No.
Yeah.
Mine.
That's cool.
Luke took the oldest four on a camping trip last night, and they have a pile of stuff here and outside, and they're currently watching the metal detector guy, but I'm gonna make them put all this away instead of stopping what I'm doing at the moment to do that. So we have a guy that came to metal detect on our property. He ended up finding a dime from 1876, which I will overlay a picture of. For lunch, I just made a creamy potato soup by adding a little bit of bacon to a large pot and then removing it and using the grease to saute some onions and garlic. I then added in some flour to thicken the soup a bit. I really wanted a nice, creamy, cheesy potato soup. It just sounded really good today. I also then added the potatoes, some homemade bone broth, some cream, and milk. Salt, pepper, gave it a little bit of a blend with my immersion blender, and then topped it with bacon, sour cream, and avocados, because right now avocados are, I believe, 29 cents at Aldi. And when that happens, I stock up and put avocados with everything, and it's really good with potato soup. Before making lunch, I added some water to soil. I'm going to make my soil blocks. I made these last year to start seeds indoors, and it was the best success I've ever had with starting seeds. I am still a learning gardener. It is not something that I've devoted enough time and attention to learning well, though I've been gardening for probably 10 years or more at this point. It's still, I skip a lot of steps. So usually I have the best success with just planting straight into the ground in May. But last year I did soil blocking, and it was the first time that my seedlings survived because I'm not great at hardening them off. I'm terrible at disrupting the roots when I move them out of the container. So this method really works great because basically you create these little blocks with this soil blocker tool, which I purchased last year. And so it's already lasted through 2 seasons. It'll last many more. And they just go straight into the ground. So I put them in our south-facing dining room, which has a huge picture window because all they really need is a lot of sunlight, water, and warmth. So indoors, south-facing window, growing lights if you don't have a window like mine or a room that's filled with light, and then a lot of water, especially in the first couple of days while they're germinating or the first week. And they did so well last year, and I had such a jump start on the garden when I actually went to plant in May. I was ahead. So I had tomatoes by the 4th of July instead of later like I used to. Or of course you can just purchase plants at the nursery. But this is a great way if you have any like rare seeds you want to grow that you can't get at the nursery, or you want to grow them all yourself. I really love this soil blocking method and it worked great for me last year. Finished sewing me a new spring apron, and now rest time is officially over. We have kids running in and out of the house. We're getting them outside today as much as possible because we have about 5 to 7 days of rain predicted in the forecast, and everyone is wanting a snack. So we've been making English muffin peanut butter and jellies. I'm gonna get dinner going. We're gonna do roast tacos tonight, but we did have a little bit of an earlier lunch, so I think everybody's just hungry by now. So we're gonna have this snack before dinner. We don't have peanut butter, we have cashew butter. You want that? I don't have peanut butter, but I have cashew butter. You want that? You'll like it. right, I'm in my pantry. I showed you in one of my recent videos some of the work that we've done, and I'm just collecting a few things before we can actually do the final reveal. A few things actually came in today. One are these hinges. I got these off of House of Antique Hardware. Now, these already have hinges, but I felt that these didn't look very historic. Actually, when he first installed them, I felt like they just looked like boxes. But then once we painted this whole room and got a few other elements in here, I actually ended up thinking they looked okay. So these came anyways. So I'm either gonna put these on the cabinets out in the kitchen, or I'm gonna put them in here. Now these are non-mortise hinges, which means that you don't have to route out the door to make them fit. And I was actually just inspecting how these could go in with the hinges that are already in and serve as just more of a decorative option. Now, obviously, if we didn't already have hinges, I wouldn't even be thinking about this. But since we do, I saw how you could actually just slide these in and screw it in and keep the original hinges, which would make the job really easy. And so, I don't know, we're either gonna do that in here or out there, I'm not totally sure. But I did get enough for the number of doors we have in here or out there because they're the same. And then one other thing that came was this dustpan, which this seems pretty insignificant, but I found this dustpan by Bee and Willow Home. I found it on Bed Bath & Beyond, and I wanted everything in this pantry to be beautiful, so that way it's this nice open pantry that you don't have to like stash anything. Of course there will be things to stash, like an Instant Pot and things like that. That's what the cabinets are for, but for something like a broom and dustpan, we use them so much. I mean, here it is sitting right here because we use it like many times a day. I thought, why not spend $10 and have something beautiful that can hang on a peg rack? I'm still waiting for the broom that I ordered off Etsy. It's a handmade straw type of broom. So when that comes, I will hang these both on a little peg rack. So update coming soon when everything that I've collected for this all finally arrives.